Hey friend, and welcome back to my channel. Hi if you're new here, hi if you're not. Today we're going to be reading a scam story submission while I do my makeup and get ready for the day. Shout out to YouTube Shorts for sending me this super soft and cozy robe. I'm probably going to wear it in all of my videos for the rest of eternity. So I have some sponsored content I need to film for my Instagram and TikTok channels. So I figured while I do my makeup and get ready for that, we could go ahead and read one of the stories that was submitted to my Google form, which is linked down below. If you are someone who has been personally victimized by the coaching industry, please feel free to share your stories there. Before we get into today's video, I want to give a big shout out to my VIP channel members. You guys are the real MVPs. If you're interested in learning about my membership, click the join button down below. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you're not already, and let's go ahead and jump right in. Okay, so before I get into reading here, I just want to talk about how someone in the comments told me it's really disrespectful that I'm reading these stories while I'm doing my makeup. I'm not really sure how those two are equated to one another, if someone wants to clarify for me, but nonetheless, I disagree. So I'm gonna continue to do my makeup while I make these videos because we got a lot to do and there's never enough hours in a day. So we're working with the time we've got, okay? So now that we've established that, let's get into the story. I initially joined a program because in my coach's words, you can liberate your business into consistent, sustainable 5-figure months in feminine flow while having masculine structure modeled around your energy and your desires that allows the business to scale with ease. Tell me you're saying a whole lot of nothing without telling me that you're saying a whole lot of nothing, right? It sounded very appealing to me at the time, and I was also deep into the spiritual world, so I liked bringing those two things together. I also had a mutual online that was in one of her programs and had a great experience. I trusted her opinion as we have known each other and communicated with one another over the past 3 years. However, my experience within the program turned out to be quite disappointing. I had a side hustle for about 2 years and was looking to scale my business to reach 5-figure months. If you're new here, the 5K, 10K months, those are like the ultimate dream for any online entrepreneur. It's what all of these gurus talk about online. I was only making $2,000 to $3,000, which was great, but I wanted to propel that growth. The content provided in the program fell short of my expectations, offering little value beyond what I already knew and had easily found online through searches and doing my own research on how to grow a business back when I first started. This course was split into 3 separate sections: a Facebook group that held the past live content and current lives and coaching calls, a prosperity vortex, and the business content. Surprisingly, some of the materials included in the prosperity vortex section of the program were not even her own, but rather YouTube videos from other creators. So she's saying she bought into this woman's program, and when she was in the program accessing the course material, part of the course material was just reference to other creators' YouTube videos. So this person wasn't even creating her own original content. Like at bare minimum, I feel like we usually see these people just regurgitating what they read in a self-help book, but at least they have to put in some level of effort. For me to just post like a link to a YouTube video, that seems like next level outrageous. When it came to actual business strategies, the program focused on basic concepts like creating offers, identifying target clients, and selling on Instagram and Facebook groups. Since I didn't use Facebook nor Instagram at the time, I created a new Instagram account to follow her advice and promote my business beyond word of mouth and Pinterest, which was how I was getting consistent clients and customers. I mean, that's very business dependent. I am of the belief that most businesses need some kind of online presence these days, but I mean, whatever works for you, honestly. However, I struggled to attract new clients using their methods, and my attempts to reach 5-figure months remained unsuccessful. No joke, one of the business modules, repeat business modules, was called How to Unfuck Your Relationship with Money. Not any actual business strategy. While I believe personal development is important, I expected a more comprehensive approach to growing my business. So you paid for a business course, and the business course you received was called How to Unfuck Your Relationship with Money. I'm sorry, what? Also, I think I've talked about this in other videos, but why is it that all of these like manifestation, business coaching, life coaching gurus feel the need to use profanities in the titles of their programs? Like, is that genuinely more appealing to people? Because to me, it's just kind of like icky, but maybe I'm just a prude. The program's communication and organization were also lacking. As I shared earlier, a majority of the program was held in a private Facebook group where her old Facebook Lives and Zoom calls lived. making it difficult to navigate and to find videos or resources that pertain to topics related to my business that may have been discussed in prior calls, especially since the majority of videos lacked titles or any information after 2020. Additionally, the timing of the Zoom calls and coaching sessions made it challenging for me as I work a 9-to-5 job and couldn't attend most of the live sessions. This scheduling issue also affected the ability of other coaches within the program as well, as their sessions often clashed with regular working hours. Okay, so this is actually something I've never discussed on my channel, but it's something like one of those thoughts that just lives rent-free in the back of my head. And I started to notice it back in like 2018 when I still had a 9-to-5 job and I was just kind of dipping my toes in the coaching industry. A lot of these coaches would host like free workshops and stuff that I wanted to attend at that time, but they would always host them during the day. And most of these coaches, at least the ones that I was looking at that time, were targeting their marketing towards people who were in 9-to-5 jobs that wanted to get out, but then they were hosting their live workshops during work hours, which just never made sense to me because as someone who is a service provider, I always want to make sure that I'm being accommodating to, like if my ideal client is only available from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m., why would I only host my workshop at 12 in the afternoon? But I think it all ties back to this like freedom lifestyle, make your own schedule, blah, 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 blah narrative. So these people are like, I can work whenever I want and you have to bend over backwards for me. And if it doesn't work for you, too bad for you. They don't actually care about accommodating and, delivering the program in the most meaningful way. They just want to be able to check it off their to-do list, in my opinion. I ended up raising my prices to stay competitive, and I felt it was time since I was severely undercharging in my work compared to the industry standard. I'm not a coach, and I have actual real-life experience in the industry I help businesses with. Just to add, when I started charging a very low price, it was because I had no idea what to charge at the time. I ended up losing the clients I did have, which I don't blame on the program. They just ultimately weren't a good fit and were more of a drain on me and my time. However, despite my efforts to utilize their Instagram methods in selling secrets and utilizing their prosperity vortex, I have been unable to attract new clients or achieve the desired 5-figure months while being a part of the program. The lackluster content, limited business strategies, and organizational challenges left me feeling dissatisfied and upset, especially since I could not get a refund even when I requested one. A couple months into this 4-month program, I ended up having health issues that took my time and a lot of my financial resources, and frankly, this program, which cost about $9,000 in total, became a financial burden, and I am still making payments on it because I still have to finish out the contract. Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry. This is awful. If I default on the payments or reject them, their terms of service says they will report me to credit authorities and demand full payment within 24 hours and terminate me from the program. I understand personal responsibility when you purchase a program or decide to work with someone. However, having zero refund policy, taking zero accountability, or having any understanding to what your clients are going through that you supposedly care so much about once they are in your world and energy, or taking any accountability was disheartening to see how little this person or their team cared. They only care and continue to care about making money and exploiting people, no matter the cost. It's disgusting. Yes, it is. Listen, I am so sorry that this has happened to you. I had a discussion in one of my live streams the other day where we were talking about this whole no refund policy thing. So technically in the United States and Canada, it's up to the discretion of the business owner whether they want to have a refund policy. And I understand with digital goods, it can be a little bit weird because you could sign up for my program, download all my stuff, and then screw off. But ultimately, I think as humans, there's some level of morality to just understand that people's circumstances change. And while, yes, as a business owner, making money and being able to afford my bills is important, but that's not somebody else's burden to bear if they come into a financial hardship or situation where they can no longer utilize the thing that I'm supposed to be providing them with, but then also just don't have the financial means to afford it. I don't know. Personally, I would hope that people have empathy, but it seems as though in this circumstance, this person did not. And I am so sorry that you had to go through that. So red flags I completely did not know were red flags until finding people like you online who are talking about this particular coach. So it must be someone that I've featured in one of my other videos. So this is the red flag. No experience creating a business outside of her own coaching business. They had 15 years in sales and marketing, so I thought for some reason that would be helpful, but the joke's on me. They're selling their lifestyle rather than actual business tips and ideas. Money worship. Every single thing they do on social media and in their marketing is tied to how much money they made this month or in their business. Great point. If you are someone who is looking at a mentor online and their primary marketing tactic is them just bragging about how much money they made in a month, that's usually a pretty big red flag that they aren't going to actually teach you anything of value. They're just going to teach you how to trick other people by talking about your own money. It's really awful, honestly. They use feminine and masculine language when it comes to business, the manifestation aspect and client attraction bullshit rather than actual marketing strategies. Again, if you watched this video here about Catherine Zankina, she is one of the proponents of, believe your way to success and that's how you're going to get wealthy. And I am just not someone who can stand behind that. I think mindset plays a role in our success in business, but ultimately it's our own actions and calculated behavior that allows us to actually be successful. Pressure to purchase the program. Again, if someone is putting you in a sales position where they're using high pressure sales tactics to get you to close, they're playing on your pain points, they're really promising you this sort of golden ticket solution, that's usually a pretty big red flag that they are overcharging for whatever it is they're trying to get you to buy. Endless upselling. Also an important piece that has been noted in interviews that I've done here on this channel as well in other videos, where once you get into one program, they continuously try to get you to purchase their next level of mentorship, basically just fully indoctrinating you into the coaching realm. And it's exactly what this person is saying here, the idea that you have to invest in order to make money and have a successful business, which again, if you've watched any of my content, I do not believe is true. Yes, there are certain levels of investment into your business, like my laptop that cost me $4,000, the software subscriptions I have every month. But do you need to be paying a mentor thousands of dollars every month in order to be successful? Personally, I don't believe that to be true. I think that as individuals, we have the ability to network and make friends and connections for free. And if you're resourceful enough, you can figure it out. So I would love to hear your thoughts on this story in the comments down below. Again, if you are the one who submitted this, I am so sorry that this was your experience. And I hope that you're in a better place now than you were when all of this transpired. It's truly awful, the stuff that people do in this industry. And so my purpose here is to just be a voice for those who are too afraid to speak out. So again, if you do have a story you want to submit for me to read out on my channel, the Google form is linked down below. That's going to be it for today's video. Be sure to give it a thumbs up if you haven't already. Subscribe to my channel, and I will leave you with this video right here next. Take care, comb your hair. Bye!